A long time ago, there was a rich man. When he became old, he realized that old age is the same for the poor and the rich. So he left his wealth, became a monk, and went to meditate in the forest. He cleared his mind and found happiness and peace. Soon he already had 500 followers. At that time, most of the monks were very serious, but there was one among them who was always smiling. When the others asked him why he was smiling, he replied, "If I tell you, you won't believe me, and if you think that I lied, I will be a disgrace to my master." However, the master knew the reason for his smile, so he made him his first assistant. A year later, the master and his followers came to the city because the king had invited them to live in his garden. That king was very good and cared about his people. However, he had to solve many problems, so he simply did not have time to become happy. After a while, the monks began to gather back into the forest. Then the king came to their leader and invited him to stay, as he was already quite old. The monk accepted his proposal and appointed his first assistant as the leader. The smiling monk continued the work of his mentor. He meditated and experienced more wisdom and happiness. But he was missing his teacher, so he decided to visit him in the city. They were just sitting silently side by side, and the smiling monk uttered one phrase, "What a joy!" This was heard by the king, who also had come to visit the master. He was offended that the smiling monk did not pay attention to him and did not even greet him, but only repeated one phrase. Seeing this, the master said, "Patience, my king, I will tell you the reason for his happiness." It turned out that this monk used to be a wealthy king, but when he was ordained a monk, he realized that the happiness of being a king cannot be compared with the joy that he had experienced afterwards. He was no longer upset by problems, he didn't feel fear, he was protected by his wisdom. He had found such peace inside that he simply could not stop repeating, "What a joy!" Hearing this story, the king calmed down. Later, the smiling monk went into the forest, and the master lived his life, died, and was reborn in the world of high heaven. Happiness is not in material things. If you achieve inner peace, you will become happy. Happiness is not concentrated in wealth and power, it's in the smallest things in this world.